Alright. Yay! I'm back again. I'm back again. Welcome. So, welcome to day 38 of the Frizzyninja Ultimate Fight series. I've noticed as time goes on, I seem to stumble over my words far more and more. I think it's the universe telling me to start slowing down when I talk. But anyway, I'm back at it again. What are we doing today? We are playing Naruto. We're just carrying on. We're at 8,700. I think, hold on, I'm just gonna update, just move my volume up. Yeah, so I had a week and a bit break. I just mean I didn't stream last week. Doing some staycation and whatnot. But back at it, we're just gonna carry on, crack straight into this. It feels like it's been a while. But let's just go. So yeah, football doing great. Football doing bad. Great. I was just doing a little bit earlier, purely because I'm like, well, we had tea. I'm like, so I'm like, half an hour to go. It's like, I'll just stream now, why not? I was really going to get back into it. It means if I go for 9 o'clock, then at least I'll be able to get new fights. Because I think I've got 160, I'm pretty sure I've got 160 slots that to go. So I can go up to 160 fights, but obviously that would take just under 5 hours, I think. Okay. Anyway. Oh my god. So I could take a week and I can't even think of what I'm going to say now. Yeah. Anyway, so I've got all my fights lined up. I'm just gonna carry on. Oh no, that's what I haven't done recently. I haven't done like a recalculation of the expected finish time. Because I think we're definitely on track to beating October next year, which is a year from now. So I think in less than a year, this will be finished. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so what about last updates? Have I got any other updates? Whatever the finals of the bake-off work are next Monday, so it was going to be in a couple weeks time, but I was like, oh, can you do next Monday? Monday, why not? And then I said that I haven't actually like fully consolidated what I actually want to do. So I have like 3 ideas at the moment, and I decided against doing cheesecakes purely because when I do the cheesecakes last, do you remember a couple of people have in the comment they don't usually like cheesecakes? So I'm like, okay, I don't want to do a cheesecake just in case. Just in case it so happens that screw the cheesecake and they renews their hatred for cheesecake. So then I thought, okay, do I do like a classic French incliné, which I believe is like the dessert course after the cheese course. I was reading about it. But anyway, but like wouldn't. But oh my goodness. I'm telling you, I've literally got it right there. There we go. Anyway, so when you Google entremet, like mini entremets on Google Images, it's all like the little super fancy, super glossy cheesecake. Well, not even cheesecakes. Just desserts. So I was going to do one of them, and I found a recipe for one. It looked pretty pretty sexy. It was like a chocolate genuine sponge with like chocolate mousse, berry panna cotta, hazelnut ganache. It was all just like layers within layers of each other. It looked fabulous. But it would have cost like $1,000 today, and for 12 people that aren't going to fully appreciate the time and energy doing things to them. I'm like, I love my colleagues, but I'm not going to spend $100 just quite. Even though some of them definitely wouldn't. But anyway. So then I was looking over and like, well, the instruments, because they're so small, surely there must be one that's simple to do. And then, so then you see all those like domed cakes, little like tiny little domed cakes. It seems so complicated. And actually it's not too bad. So I found a recipe for mini galaxy mousse cakes. And so it's just chocolate brownie, chocolate sponge with like a mousse beneath chocolate and then just the mirror glaze over the top. And this chick just made it sound so carefree and simple and easy. So I've decided in my final, the bake-off to end all bake-offs, to end the inaugural first bake-off, right? I am going to go all out. And we're going to go all out, but I'm going to go all out to the point where I'm going to make those little galaxy moves because they look fabulous. Everyone roll call, that's what was missing. Roll call, oh my gosh. I've got two lovely chicken and spinach sandwiches. I've got my cup of water. I do have a cup of tea over there, but it's it is what? It's I think I've overfilled it, so if I move it, it's gonna spill everywhere. And I've got another giant cup of water here. So good. Yeah, so the bake-off will be next Monday. I'll let you know next Thursday how it all goes. Fingers crossed I win because one guy is on my team where he's really just gone in on anything else. No disgrace to him, he has produced some great stuff. I think he's bringing fairy bread, and for the uninitiated who have not experienced the delights and wonders of fairy bread, it is like white bread, or traditionally white bread with butter and little hundreds and thousands of sprinkles on top, and that's it. And that's literally a delight for children's birthday parties. I think it actually is. It's only in Australia and New Zealand things. What is the lemon change settings on this? I swear to God the AI has been so much more aggressive today. Maybe this button is supposed to be button back way. It is what it feels like. It feels like the B button's lagging a bit. Anyway, what we've got next? Tamari and Naruto Zetsu. Kind of nervous, but excited. If I really pull this off, the next bake-off, whatever it is, everyone's going to be scared to go. The biggest compliment is in the competition if everyone's scared to go. other exciting news that I wasn't around to see. The boy called up today and he was like, oh my god, because he's been coming week on a rehearse work. Because my boy, I love a giant promotion. Very, very proud. But as part of it, he has to do his learn. Anyway, he's been at home all week. He ran and he was saying that earlier today, right outside our gate, there was like, so he said a kid, so I thought he meant like 8, but he meant like a teenager, just like 13, 14, was hooning past on a bike, and then followed closely behind by a cop car on the footpath driving as well, trying to chase this guy. And then I think the kid then came back past the cop car followed, and then like 3 other cop cars all were rocked up as well. So obviously all 4 of them after this kid. And I think the kid may have not sure quite yet. And then I think they managed to catch him and they were like talking and stuff. But I'm like, what's this kid done other than kill someone? The ones 4 cop cars after him. And willing to chase someone past the buildings. I mean, it's a very, very, very quiet street. It's not like on a main road or anything like that. There's no foot traffic really that live here or people go on a walk. But like, it seems like a look that there's been a little bit of a story. Come on. There we go. Lovely. Yeah, so that was exciting. I'm thinking about what we need to do at all. Oh, goodness. This white bread. It's like a rustic white bread, so it's like fancy white bread. It's so delicious. It's actually so good. It just has it in, it's probably sugar, but it just has something in it. It's just like the last little taste of flavour you get before you swallow it. Oh, it's so good. Oh, actually, next week, next Thursday, I might actually be able to do something tiny bit longer, but earlier in the day. So I'm going to notes for the next unless you watch this. Last Monday, so I had to leave off the home. I may have done about 6 hours of work. Then my boss moved out. I was leaving with my boss. We had a few things that we had to get out to find and do for a presentation on Wednesday. Actually, no, yesterday. It was yesterday. And I felt bad because I'm like, it's, there's a lot of stuff we've got to get out, and I just feel bad for going on leave, so I'm just like, screw it. I will feel better about the rest of my leave before we can get this stuff done. So she was all in agreement with that, and so I worked 6 hours. But what it does mean is that I get those hours back in lieu. So I decided that next Thursday I'm going to work 2 hours from home in the morning, and then the rest of the day off. So from 7 till 9, I'll work from home, and then from 9 o'clock onwards, boom, that's it. think I so what does that mean? That means that yeah, so I might actually stream probably like 12 or something. I'll probably stream for 3 hours. Yeah, I'll stream for about 3 hours, I reckon. Early afternoon on Thursday. Control this video. Yeah. Because then able to get new stuff out, getting more fights, and again, shortening the time towards the end. Shortening the time till this is all done and dusted. So I think total, like, last calculation zone was something like 167, on day 167 calculated. Was it day 176? Or was it 186? Can't quite remember. Yeah. But I'll be able to get them. So any fight that I do over, I think it's, I average about 67 or 68 per 67 or 68 per day. So obviously any extra that I do brings that average down, but then it kind of like, oh no, brings the average up, which then reduces the time I get. Rubbish in school. It wasn't rubbish, but it wasn't my most favourite subject. So I could be getting very, like, actually there was another one. Towards my dad and my brother. And then there was what was he saying? He was saying something about like you see numerous at school and how the achievement rate for those subjects is dropping drastically. And we're talking about like when you use Pythagoras' theorem, or like there's like if you ever needed to know the height of the tree, you can work it out from if you knew the distance between you and the tree and you knew where the sun was or whatever. You can work out how to work by Pythagoras' theorem. And I was thinking, like, I know Pythagoras' theorem. But I would know what to do again. I wouldn't know what to do. And so, because then I always joke when that show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grade? I always joke, or depending on the country now. I would go on that show and I would smash it. I'll win like $1 billion. But now, as soon as I go ask the maths questions, I'm doomed. Like, that's where it's all going to collapse. English, got it. Science, depending on the question, I probably got it. If it's a chemistry one, geography, again, depends on the country you're in. I'm just like, I would actually fail. It'll be maths that brings me down. In my hubris, in the hubris of my youth, I realised actually thought that I was better than I was. I suppose there's nothing that I can teach myself again. Like I was at mum and dad's and mum had kept all my old school books. And if I actually kept those math textbooks, probably could reteach myself a whole bunch of stuff. Or I wonder if I went through it and it was like, oh, this is easy. This is so easy to do. The other thing that me and the boy are very, very excited about, but I'm also like now trying to constrain these to turn it to my favourite. So in what's today? The 13th. So we've got 7 plus 11 is 18 plus 9. 18 plus 9, 27 days, which equates to just under under 4 weeks, just under a month from now. It's got a regular. Oh, I'm so excited. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Me and Dad and we were watching because Dad hadn't actually seen the latest story trailer, the one that's just like, oh, unreal. He hadn't actually seen it, so we were watching it. And then we were just getting amped again. You know, so good. And then they were saying, oh, it's going to be $140. It's so expensive. Oh, the collector's edition. They were SARS. But then the thing because the boy isn't taking time off that day. I reckon you should. But promise he gets first dibs at playing it. So the problem's going to be, let's say it's a Saturday. Well, he's going to be playing it the entire day, but then I want to play it. So basically, and also then again, I know that he quite early. Unless it's something he's really invested in, something I would normally, you know, he'll fall asleep by like 9 o'clock, depending on how early he gets up. So if I beg him to fall asleep at 9, wrist control of the PlayStation, boom, I can now be playing it. But he also has a penchant to stay up a little bit later if he's like really super invested in something, which he will be. So I'm like, I'm not going to get a chance to wrist control from him. Goodness. So I'm in a bright pickle because I need to play. It's not a want. I need to play this game. But I've got to fight with my boyfriend over like it's like game a couple problems. Game a couple problems is this when we both like the same games. What do you do? But yeah. We'll get into it out. So when Final Fantasy 16 comes out, I will be taking time off work for that. It's not like non-negotiable. I can even come off if I don't have leaves to go on that day. I'll just not turn up that day. I'll put the sicky. But so if he gets first dibs on God of War, so I'll get first dibs on Final Fantasy. And Starfield as well. So I suppose we balance it out. Like I will be able to play it eventually. Or it just means I do want to actually stream it. What it does mean is It's actually such a conundrum. Do I actually want to? And I only say that because there are certain games that you kind of just like that you just want to be able to just experience full body, mind and spirit, and that is one of those games. Starfield, but less so. I suppose actually they could have been, now that I've played Out of Wild, they could have actually been truly Out of Wild. So actually no, I think I might, I'll see. The game that I said like Final Fantasy game that is Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7, basically any Final Fantasy game that comes out in streaming. I was thinking, so when it was like an old scroll 6 and a bound. That's going to be interesting because those single player like RPG Elder Scrolls games, because they're so big, in terms of like what's interesting for you guys, would I be able to make them as interesting? Stream. Maybe. I don't know, I suppose it's no because these games are so far away, I suppose I don't particularly really need to start worrying myself about it too much. I'll feel closer to the time whether I do, but definitely every Final Fantasy. Those games are going to be just going to be an absolute wild ride. Oh, and with Final Fantasy 15, when the story content comes out, like the next the new expansion, whatever that is, stream that as well. That sometimes actually be less popular stream that you tend to stuff as so but tomorrow, because now I finished that off, you could carry on with Assassin's Creed DLC, which I probably should actually. Probably should. So probably what will be on tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream I've decided is going to be I want a platinum Eastern 9 box. So I'll be reinstalling that on PS5 and playing that and trying to platinum it. So close to platinum. I've got like the last 4 trophies to do, but I do actually have to do at least one more playthrough, at least, on like the hardest difficulty. But I'm almost wondering, because I found that the bestiary carries over. Because there was one like guard robot monster enemy that I didn't get, and that was the only thing that stopped from getting the full bestiary. Excuse me. But I can redo some of that because that's what carries over. So as soon as I beat him, I'll be able to. It's just whether. I want to do another easy playthrough, just to get that. So the other thing, I have to get to level 99 on, I think it's, I don't know if it's on just adult, or whether I have to get on all characters. But I have to get level 99 and then I have to finish the game on nightmare difficulty, which I would be fine. Quite easy to do if I'm on level 99. Let's see. So the other thing too about the harder, the hard difficulties is if you know about your guard flashes and your guard something, game can take you because if you dodge at the right time, time slows down. If you block it, parry at the right time, something happens. Can't actually remember this. Lovely, thank you. Yes, I'm not too sure I want to play that game again. I mean, Moon Island is a fantastic game anyway, so I'll enjoy playing it regardless of the game. Because then, after that, I want to see, possibly, if I can platinum Kana, which is so, because what I have to do is carry on in the current thing that I've got, to get all the rods and the collectible bits, and then play on Master Spirit difficulty, which apparently is Dark Souls-like. So, that would be because anyone who knows me knows I'm absolutely shocking when it comes to Dark Souls. Like an embarrassment. That's how bad I am. An embarrassment to myself and my family. Those two music. Oh, there's another one. Oh, and then the Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is going to be all mastery challenge. Oh my goodness, there was one mastery challenge. I think it was one of the raven ones, and you were like in this like ice cave or something, and you had to like basically to get gold, you had to pretty much headshot every single person. There was a good like 20 or something people. You had to headshot them all, and then there was another what's the word? Another goal? Milestone? What's it called? Like a secondary objective that I had to get as well. I can't remember what that was. But oh my god, the amount of times that I retried that was unbelievable. And most of the times I got so close, and then I accidentally, go to headshot him, and then he like moves just slightly to the left, and I ended up getting his knee, killing him from his knee. So let's restart that one. So it'll be stuff like that. Yeah, so I think, he's known, Kana, and orchards / planes. Oh, I suppose I'm like a Star Wars saga, Skywalker saga. I've just got to get into that. So that's just got to be plans. It's not riveting gameplay. Because what will be the next game that comes out? Oh, and Control as well. I might want to platinum Control because I still have to do the DLCs, and that's going to be an interesting time. Because I don't like scary things. I know what happens. This is in the AWE one. I think it's the AWE one. Was it the Foundation? I can't remember which one. One of them. Anyway, we're you're in like an elevator. You get to an elevator and then all the lights go off. And you can see this like shape, like some like shambling towards shape. And then I think some like red lights go on. Like this giant like game melt for weird thing. I think it's also meant to be from Alan Wake, so all the characters need to come from Alan Wake or something. Because Control is and then also you have to use your telekinesis to like grab the electricity block or something and activate it and reactivate the elevator before this thing like kills you. And that would be completely, just for like a couple of seconds, just completely dropped all the What's next? Kankuro and Touch Akatsuki. First, I'm just going to update my list because I'm down to 8,680. Lovely, jubbly, bubbly. And Itachi Akatsuki. Which isn't this book. Ironic how Kankuro was like one of the fastest fights I've done so far today. Okay. Oh no, that's right. Oh, that's what I was meant to do. I was meant to... What did I have to do last time? I had to look back and check whether I had... Oh, there was a fight that I had done. And I need to check which one I had done. Because there was a fight that I'd done somewhere right at the start where I had done one, so I hadn't done the other. And then I did it later on, and I needed to figure out which one it was. I ended up doing... Oh goodness, I can't remember what I was doing. I'll have to look back at the last one. Oh, what? Like with alternate use triggers like that, get them to dash in and then you can just grab them and be right next to you, whereas with puppet you can't because it's the puppet's like, you need to get to Kankuro if you want it to, if you want the ultimate to get off. So that's probably the only advantage of puppet users that I can think of, because otherwise they're rubbish. Absolutely rubbish, useless, horrible, horrendous, waste of time, waste of space. sleep. I'm the mention that. More specifically, listen to the whole batch of Jordan Jesus. He was actually famous. But then a few of the family were just talking about some stuff, some interviews he'd done, and just how good he is in terms of just he's so supremely intelligent, but also you can tell that there's so much compassion and love underneath it all that you watch him and you're just like, oh, this guy seems, he's very, he's just great. Sort of watching how much of this stuff, and it's just all of it. It's just so spot on. And just when you properly listen to it, I suppose it's in some situations I've got quiet, like directly. In some situations in my life, like there was one and it was really, really good, and it made me rethink. Let's say you've got a friend or a family member, someone that you're close to. Let's say they're going through a patch. Objectively, subjectively as well, you think they're going through a patch. What do most people tend to want? Feel like they've got a perfect plan for them. They did this like 2 things, their life was sorted, So let's just say, you see your friend whatever, and you say, look, I see you going through a rough patch, I can tell you're not happy. Think about some things, and my advice to you is X, Y, and Z. So then, let's say you do that, and they follow your advice, and then one of 2 things is going to happen. One is that they follow your advice, and it all just goes horribly wrong. They're more miserable than they were before. It was just not the right thing at the right time. Ends up worse situation is either the same or worse. You will feel awful. You feel bad. They might start, they might be like, why the hell did you tell me to do that? Why did you go butt into, my life? I was doing this fine by myself. Why did you let them, insert your own opinion into it? Blah, blah, blah. So, and then great, just screw that up. Then, what happens if you tell them right? You think, oh, thank God, I just helped improve their life. This is fantastic. And they're like, oh, thank you so much. But at the end of the day, that's fantastic. Whose victory was that? Is it their victory? They're the one with the better position, better situation. But is it their victory, or is it your victory for being the one who came up with such a brilliant idea? You will feel good about yourself for having come up with such a fantastic idea. Oh my goodness. I should give advice to more people. This is fantastic. And so, by offering advice to someone, at the end of the day, they're not winning it. They are not getting the full, the maximum benefit out of it. If it goes badly, they're like, yeah. If it goes well, it wasn't really their idea. It wasn't they weren't able to, basically they couldn't do it by themselves, they needed someone else. And I was thinking about that a little bit more, and I was thinking, let's say something happens and, a good situation, something goes to bad again. Well, if you're not around, then who's the boss that they can follow? Because before, they couldn't get themselves out of the situation. So what's to say they're to get themselves out of it now? They did, like, because you had to tell them or give them the advice and the victory was yours, they haven't gone through the personal growth or the thought process and the rationalization to get, like, you obviously thought about it and you rationalized in your head and you pieced all these pieces together and you came up with the best thing. But they didn't do that. They don't know the thought process that they went to get there. They don't know how you connected the dots, the other factors involved. You had different life experiences to them, so you were able to draw on those to form your opinion. They haven't got any of that. So when the situation happens again, you've got absolutely no foundation to call from to tackle this new situation. So they're just back to how they started, and they're just gonna be stuck in this until someone comes up with a great piece of advice to get them out of it again. Whereas if they had done all that thinking, they had done the rationalization, they had done all that, when they're in that bad situation, they have something to pull from to use again. And I was thinking about it, like, that's actually true. And not only that, also then further to that point is you're saying that, well, okay, your friends or colleagues or families in a bad situation, what do you do then? You want to help them, you're supposed to lead them to their suffering. But it's not exactly what you do to help someone in that situation. You just ask them questions. Because at the end of the day, because then I was thinking, I'm like, well, people in my life that like the situation too. There's things I want to, like when I really think about it, I just want to ask them questions about their situation. There's things that I don't know about their life that I'm curious about. I can see they're in a bad situation, but I want to ask, I just want to learn about them. Learn what they're going through, how they are, about more about their situation. And this is why asking questions, good questions, not just like, oh, so have you thought about not doing this? Asking questions that are actually just valid pieces of advice. And listening, asking them really good questions and listening to the response, proper listening. You will actually probably help them far more than develop and grow. Far more than you giving advice from. Because then by talking through things, by talking through this and feeling like you're being listened to. You're saying you've seen so many people that they've just never been listened to. They've never felt like someone cared enough to listen. That can do someone so much more good than what we see. And I'm just like, it's just listening, and it's just kind of. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all well and good me listening to it. It's another thing to put into practice, obviously. But, I suppose it's just made me rethink a whole bunch of what is my motivation behind helping. People that I just feel like, I've got it all planned out. Sit down for half an hour and I will tell you exactly what you're going to do. You'll be able to get out of this situation. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fantastic. Your life is going to be no better. But actually, at the end of the day, of course I don't know that. They know that. I don't know that. They know that. They'll probably nothing's going to do. Maybe all I have to do is just ask the question. maybe they just want, maybe all they need is to feel like, you know, they realise that they're in a rubbish position. Maybe all they want to do is for someone to talk to about it. They will come to the realisation on their own what they need to do, and they will probably have a better idea of what they actually need to do than an outside observer could. I don't know what these people think or feel really internally. I can only guess, I can only assume from what I observe their behaviour or their expressions or whatever, what they say. So I'll just listen to all the stuff and it was just enlightening. Absolutely enlightening. He's one of those people that is just so extremely intelligent, careful in his words. I think that's the best thing I admire about him is he's unapologetically honest. He never, you don't feel like he's saying something. He will never say anything that is, especially the standard traits. And he even says it such as that your life will change dramatically once you stop. Once you stop self-filtering and not like in a way of by saying, every swear word that comes to mind. Or, to be saying, as soon as you walk past people saying how their clothes look good, but it's like, when you're in a relationship, when you're talking to family, when you're talking about those things, there will be things that you don't say, and things that you do say, because of what you believe is the right thing to do in that situation, and not because you fully 100% presenting your true self through your words. And there's one interview he was doing with Stephen something, but like the young and that guy was saying read a book or whatever. Essentially just different. When his relationship was going south and all that sort of stuff, I'm going to be starting fully true, scrupulously honest. Start saying things as I actually feel and how they actually affect me. And he said that it was like a revelation. Like he just found the secret and his relationship thrived and flourished as a result. They just found that he just felt so much more at ease with himself, I think. And when I think about myself, again, it's all like how would you apply this to your own life? And it's I know I'm extremely guilty for it. The thing about being a people pleaser is that you almost try and act as a chameleon, 100 different things to 100 different people based on what's going to keep them the most. I act complete diametrically opposite to the boy than I do to a dad. I act completely different to actually I do probably a little bit less and less, but like I act very different to my work colleagues than I do to my mum. I act very different to my three sisters. I act differently with them. Some are more open, some are a bit more talk about different kinds of things. And can I fully 100% honestly say that for each and every single one of those people, I am always 100% of the time putting my true self forward, and I can't say that. I can't say that I am. Not in the sense that I'm being like secretive or, dodgy, sneaky, or anything like that, or lying. It's not a case of, you're lying to people. It's just that you won't say things, you won't say how you truly feel. You're doing stuff because of what you're trying to, maybe preemptively diffuse a bad situation. All of that sort of thing. And doing people's they say, oh, you speak the truth all the time, and you know, do you, and you know, he's obviously to various effect, you know, anything about the sort of stuff that he's been involved with, you know, but he says, you know, when I do it, I've got no idea how it's going to play out. Could be great, it could end in tears, it could, you know, polarize people, it could incense them, it could fill them with joy, whatever. He just says, I just do it regardless of what happens after. He's not afraid of saying something and offending someone. He's not afraid of saying something that someone might not want to hear, because at the end of the day he can honestly say that he hasn't, he's been himself. Like, he said what he felt at every step of the way. You can't, you know. And I was like, God, that must feel so freeing. So freeing to not care. That must feel incredible to, yeah, to be able to say something and just not care what the result is. And obviously there's a lot of nuance as well that they have to consider. Like, it doesn't mean that when you're talking to the CEO of a company in a big business meeting, you're suddenly spouting off all the things that you really want to say to them. There are still things that you regularly in certain social situations that you don't suddenly stop because of speaking the truth. But it's, you know, it's a case of, you know, when you're in that business meeting with the CEO, obviously you still talk with respect, and hopefully they do likewise, obviously. You know, in the world you would want good to be reciprocated. But it just means that you suddenly aren't, you know, you're not giving in to demands, you're not being overly aggressive, you're not, or so assertive that it's almost on there. You're just, whatever you want to say, you will say it with adjusted tone or anything like that, but you'd still say it. So you can come out of that meeting with that CEO and say that I stood up to my guns and didn't back down and give in, because that's what I thought they would and yeah, so like almost silently challenge myself mostly there's never been once where I'm proud. I'm not, it's not as prideful as proud, but I'm not, it's like I'm happy that so far, you know, 4.5 years, or 4 and a bit years into the relationship, I haven't once made him think that I haven't sold him a lie yet. I don't think I have. I don't believe I haven't. There isn't something he thinks I am, or I do, or I like, or whatever, that I don't actually. But I know that there's, in terms of filtering, in terms of, you know, the things that I choose not to say because I fear of the consequences that, I suppose on a little bit of a lesser scale, I guess, than what he's saying when it comes to the boy, but like, for my dad, or like my family, the rest of my family, it will be a big shift. I will suddenly probably be, I won't be a completely different person, but I'll be an unrestrained, you know, say when someone says something that I just know is not right, I will not hold my tongue for fear that the conflict will be too much, fear that I won't be liked because I stood up for what I for what I thought was right, because I think that's, for me anyway, that's really what it is. I have this, and this is part of the people pleasing thing, and it is definitely to the point where it's a weakness more than anything else. It has negative effects, but I just have this you have this thing, you just have this feeling where I'm like, oh, that person doesn't like it, and you get you need to feel like you're searching for what they like. What is it about? What is it about? What are you about people? What is it about this thing or this person or this place or whatever that they like? I need to be I need to be doing that because I need this person to like it. It'll be like anyone. Random strangers on the street. If I even emphasize anything that for whatever reason they don't like me for some reason, I'll be desperately on the hunt for what it is they don't like and things again. It's a random stranger that I probably, might be seeing maybe, but interaction ultimately completely inconsequential. But yeah, I still feel that anxiety. I'm just like, why am I so hung up on what people think of me? And, and it's such a, I'm gonna say it's such a cliche thing, like, I care so much about what people think about me, but it's true. You really do, and it's almost like you have to ask yourself the question, if this person likes me, what does that mean? In terms of me, in terms of them. Does it mean that I've improved their life? Does it mean I've improved my life? Does it mean, what does it mean, really? It might be an obvious answer, but when I ask myself that, I think of one. I'm like, so why do I care? And there's a difference between, not caring if people like you and being an arsehole. Like, you would never, it's not something an excuse just to be blunt and smart to everyone. If you don't like them, it's a difference. You always be a good person. First and foremost, you act morally and ethically, and from the goodness of your heart, essentially. That first, and then whether that person likes you or not is completely up to you. But at least you can say that you acted with compassion and kindness and love towards that person. Like, love is in the, what's the word? There's there was, remember the priest at high school was talking about the different kinds of love, like Eros and, Eros? God, that's the only one I can think of. But yeah, different kinds of, they're all called agape, and it's like pure, just all-consuming love, and not in like, because Eros is like the romantic love, heavy love. But this is like you so for someone that you just like, it's the kind of love that you have, the unconditional love, it's that sort of thing. Anyway, so what would this Shippuden and stuff mean in family? And I'm not worried about my favourite child, because I know I'm not for multiple reasons, but I'm not worried about that. Why should it bother me? I'm not worried about if my parents think I've made bad choices in life, which I don't think I have. I might have been some, but nothing. But yeah, that sort of thing. And it would just be, they would see a side of me that's probably weren't expecting, but has always been. I think that's the thing. It's like I'm not changing my personality. I'm not suddenly abrasive, blunt, telling everyone off, calling everyone up on their BS 100%. Actually, I shouldn't call people up on their BS 100%, but not doing it in such a harsh, angry, vengeful kind of way. think I'll just be speaking my mind because I don't really speak my mind at all. There's a lot of things that don't think is right. But yeah, just at the time it's the easiest thing to do. And it would be a case of being able to say that and not fear the consequences. Yeah, and this goes together with the other thing too as well. It's almost like underpins. I suppose it almost underpins. The underpin everything? I'm not sure. But so he's, you know, he said that nowadays aren't given words for students. And from the surface level you think, oh well, they give encouragement all the time, you know, be who you want to be, you know, go girls, regardless, you know. But he's not talking about that, he's talking about he's talking about like almost like in a more subtle way. Almost like a, how would I describe it? Well, at least my interpretation of it, how would I describe it? But it's all those things like, you know, because he was talking about in the context of like incels and homicidal, suicidal, and he was saying that these people aren't given those words of encouragement, you know. Incels are just, you know, they're vilified. They've got nothing going for them, they're never well, they're just the dregs of society, all this sort of stuff. Some of them don't do very nice things, you know, and because of their protectiveness, their thankfulness, their resentment, you know. When he said that they never, have never been given the words of encouragement they need to help better themselves. They're always, you know, it's always a case of, you know, always being never, where's the people saying that, trying to help them? Where's the people, you know, saying, not like, I'm not saying nice words in the sense of like, justifying what they're doing, but people saying that they can change their life. Like he is so of the belief that every single person on this planet, without exception, has the capacity to be of greatness, the capacity for greatness, the capacity for goodness. You know, not greatness in the everyone can be a CEO kind of greatness, but like in a, they can do such a moral and ethical good in the world and be a benefit to society in the best way that they can. Everyone can be that, but people aren't given the encouragement they need to be that. And they're told for whatever reason, for something that they have, something that they do, something that they are isn't good enough, and is the reason for X, Y, and Z. You know, and these people just, when they hear it all their life, will never hear the opposite. They become resentful, vengeful, everything, you know, and then it spirals and something that feels so like, something he just feels so passionate about fixing. He says that for some people, at least in terms of like going back to that listening, some people have never been listened to their whole life. They never felt like someone cared what they had to say. And the stuff just builds up over time and just twists into shadows of themselves. It's, like on a completely small scale way. you know, you know how it feels when you've got something that you really feel so passionate, strongly about it. You're trying to tell people, you know, trying to tell your friends or trying to tell your family, trying to tell colleagues at work or whatever. It's just like they're not listening. You feel this angry helplessness, this desperate helplessness. It's like you get this feeling inside you, so you start like your heart rate goes up and you're just so desperate for someone to acknowledge it. This, like, you just feel so strongly about like this clenching, you're just like, if only someone would just listen and let me say this. The situation or the whatever like will change, or you know, but like no one is, and you just get more and more like worked up, and you just feel this like hot emptiness. That's how it is. That's how I like to describe it when I feel that. You feel that void, but it's got a flame around it, and it's a beautiful thing to have. It is, because regardless of whether what you say is objectively right in that situation, whatever right looks like, it's just the feeling that, like, it's the feeling that no one cares enough is the thing that burns the most. The feeling that everyone's talking, but no one's listening. Yeah. That's the best way I need to describe it. How much good would we have if people just stopped and listened to what someone had to say? Because it would be good. It would be, how different would the world be? But the world's the world, I guess. People are people. But yeah, so long story short, it's a very, very, very long-winded way of saying it. Which brings into a whole bunch of children bringing some talks and languages and whatever, just slowly. He has a manner of saying it, like, you know, you get those motivational, you can do anything, you know, I was born destitute just like you, and look at where I am. You get those motivation speakers, and, you know, you get like, oh yeah, for like, you get motivated for about 2 weeks. You know, today's the day I'm going to change my life around, and then 2 weeks go by, and then, you know, he just, something he does, and probably basically causes interest as well. He knows about the brain experience, but it's like he just has this way of motivating you in a sense that lasts. Like you actually feel like you can make small and tangible promises. And I think that's probably the big difference between him and a lot of motivation. And those people will be like, you know, you gotta start doing this and this and this and this and this. You gotta start eating healthy and going to the gym and doing this and doing this and you gotta organize your space. You gotta clean your room. You gotta do like all of it, all at once. Is how you're gonna change things. The illusion that they're saying you gotta start small, but like when they say start small, they mean like completely revamp your diet. Like just completely from right now, you're gonna start eating like super healthy. When most people in the know that completely changing your diet instantaneously is not the sustainable way of doing it. But while these motivational speaker types do it is because it's not built to last, and therefore they get more money when they have to do the next round. But anyway, but because Rupees isn't in it for the money, he's in it to help. He just has this way of like feeling that no, you can make these really small changes that will add up and build up. So last minute, and just in ways, and he just puts things into context. Things that are so like, it's all about how you think. it's how you think, and it's, you know, it's not like to be organised. Get organisation drawers on your desk. It's not like that. It's like, it's, you know, you're saying like, sit on the edge of it, really like ask yourself the question, you know, because you know what the answer is to the problems that you have. You know what you have to change. It's just getting yourself to admit that that's what you have to change. It's hard. But then he said, then you look around your room and you see that your room's a mess. You've got stuff all over the floor and what have you. And they said, so how can you sit on the edge of the bed and think about how you're going to suddenly revamp your whole life when you're sitting in a room that's messy? You can't even get your room cleaned. How the hell are you supposed to revamp your whole life? How are you going to fix this big problem that's causing you a whole bunch of grief when your room's, you've got clothes all over your floor, all over the floor? So all you have to do is just start by picking up your clothes on the floor, you know, clearing your space. Which I mean is, I'm sure is like other motivational speakers do say, clean space, just clean life, but like it's I don't know how to describe it. It's a way of putting how all the different bits that make up your life, how much of an interplay they have. Like, you realise that, oh, it's fixed this aspect. Well, I've changed this aspect. It seems completely unrelated. It actually has a... Because everything in your life is kind of like, they're all, when you build your life, everything is intertwined in some way. As you're building your home, as you're building your family, your interests and your whatever, everything has some source of the way that you build it is all personal, unique identifier on things. So they're all intertwined in some way, like it's almost like, and it's probably a super bad example, but I think it's but like, if I clean this room's looking absolutely spotless, I'm going to walk into my bedroom and be like, this looks a bit naff. So then I'm more motivated to clean the bedroom because the beginning it's tired. You don't have one room. Like most people don't really have that one room in the house. It's absolutely spotless, not spotless, but then every other room is fixed. Generally it'll be the same level of neatness. So, yeah, it's a really, really cool example. The way I cut things next is Jiraiya Kona. Lovely. It's like me with my hair. Except that at the moment, like I've done a whole bunch of research into how curly hair works spiritually. And I've worked out I've been doing my hair wrong, treating my hair wrong for most of my life. Basically, the reason why it's so dry is just because I'm using shampoos and conditioners that are just drying it the hell out. It's just very hydrophobic. It doesn't like the so by giving it things that are stripping out more moisture, a world of pain. And it's probably why, because then I thought for a time, well, if I leave the conditioner on my hair, it goes like, it looks absolutely beautiful for like a day, and then as soon as it hits day 2, it's now just looking like a mess. It's because I'm leaving and drying conditioner. So I've started buying these products that actually clean my hair the way it needs to be cleaned. And it's already I'm already seeing differences in it, and it's just like, and now that I've done that, I'm seeing it working. It doesn't care. I've changed the habit that I've had my whole life. Changed a routine that I've had my whole life. And I'm seeing benefits. So what else can I change? You know? It's like we bought a set of 3 kg dumbbells that are sitting on the floor over there in the middle of nowhere. And I've got a whole bunch of home workouts that I'm trying to do, just small things just to build up, to then build up, I've got my neck sorted, because, I can do it for my hair, and obviously my hair's going to be, my body's healthy, everything just seems to have this yeah, it's just, I want to get to a point, everyone knows that point. So I suppose you don't, you think that suddenly, for that to be able to happen, everything, you've got to change everything you do in life, everything you do and, you feel defeated, and everyone in the world tells you everything you must be doing wrong, and thus you need to change everything all in one go, because if you're only starting to school, it's going to be ages before it's too late to fix all the big stuff. You really do, and I think a lot of people also aren't just hard at they don't really understand what it is that everyone thinks, okay, well, there's certain things that are universally and will improve things regardless of what your other problems are, which is obviously eating well and working out, which are just no argument there about how the benefits of that. Obviously I don't do either of them as I should, but first step to fixing your problem is recognizing the other one. Anyway, so then eating well and working out, so why is the rest of my life not working? So you're sort of wondering, what do I have to do to fix things? Let's say relationship, you don't like having problems at work, just feel mental health. What do you think? Okay, well, so you look at external things. What do other people have that I don't, and they all seem happy, so therefore they must be doing something right. Well, this woman with a shit ton of makeup, and so I'm going to buy now something, I'm going to need to find myself a good idea. Wear these sorts of clothes, I'm going to certain sort of way, and I'm going to feel happy. And everyone's got this sort of house, and I've got, if only I got Flash's handbags, I'd be able to organise myself better, or if I bought all these organisation drawers on my desks, then that would, I'm suddenly going to be organised. And if I had pens of certain colours, and if I did this, and because, the world wants to sell you what it thinks that you, or what, sell you what it, not what it thinks you need, but tries to sell you an idea and make you believe that all these things are causing all your problems. But it's just, so you're trying all these things, I'm buying all this stuff, I'm organising my desks, I've deleted, uninstalled Tinder off my phone, and I now go on walks every day. But my life's still, my relationships are still failing, still getting unfulfilled, and it's because problems that you've been trying to fix, or the way you've been trying to fix your problems isn't actually, you're trying to fix problems that you don't actually have. And it's, so you really have to do some soul searching and some research into, okay, well, if I've got problems with organisation, I'm messy, I'm unorganised, I'm disoriented, can never seem to be on time for things, I'm always in a mess. Well, probably buying drawers for your desk to store bits of paper in different ways, in slightly more different ways, isn't actually going to solve the problems. Buy more stationery isn't going to make you better at organising your desk. You need to dig what is actually causing that. Is it the fact that you are feeling overwhelmed by the amount of things that you have to do in a day? Is it that you feel this, the way that you work is, because all your papers aren't perfectly aligned in a box. Maybe for some people that works for them, but maybe that's not how you work. Maybe the way that you process things when you're working, why is it that pens be strewn all over your desk and whatever? So the problem is that organising your desk isn't going to help you be less organised. It's do you need to find ways to de-stress? Is it a de-stress thing? Is it you actually are putting so much on your plate that you don't have time, that you're not leaving time for anything else? Is there something that you can, is there something that you can either cut back from your schedule? Is there something that you're doing that you don't actually want to? Is there something that you're doing that is making your day less efficient? So suddenly you look at that and you're like, oh, well, after work I've realised that I'm giving myself 10 things to do. Thank you, 2012_1. Thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Join me in this lovely session of life advice. It does have the best characters, actually. It's definitely one of those things where, as each Naruto game, so you've never seen Naruto or Naruto Shippuden before? But in fact, actually, the amount of people I know that have actually started playing the Naruto games first and then watched them, I'm actually one of them. I actually played the Naruto games on the PS2 before I'd even seen the art episode. I knew that the anime existed and the manga, but I'd never actually seen it. And then I'm like, oh, this fighting game looks so cool. All these characters look so interesting, and their attacks are super cool. I'm gonna watch it, and then whoosh, a whole lifelong obsession from there. Don't worry, I'm playing on average difficulty. I'm not at all, by any means, any good at this game in the slightest. It's one of those things where you play the single player campaign, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm smashing these fights, I'm great, and then you go onto online and you just get absolutely annihilated in the first 10 seconds. 10 seconds later you wonder why you thought you had any skill in the game, and someone's just shown you up completely and utterly. So do not in the slightest worry. And I mean, I've done, what are we, 6,000? I've done about, goodness, what are we at? Almost 3,000, no, it wouldn't be 3,000, it would be 2,000, 2,500 fights in a row of this game. And I don't think I think I've picked up some skills, but I don't think I'm any, I'd say I'm miles better now than I was at the start, so the main thing though is that you have fun. Good luck to you. So you just kind of just block people out of the blue, or does it seem like you just slowly get frustrated and then just Oh, is it? Oh my goodness, thank you for letting me know. Oh my goodness, because I'm actually like, because I'm not, I can't hear. I mean, I can, because of my, actually no, because I haven't got my headphones up that loud. Oh my goodness, that'll be why, because it sounds super quiet in my headphones, but it's actually because I've got the volume turned all the way down. Thank you for letting me know. 1 second while I adjust. 1 second while I adjust. There we are. Down and bam. Fabulous. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Thank you for letting me know. Maybe there was one time. Oh, when was it? Can't remember which game. I think it was it this game? No, it was another game where I realised that what was it? What did I realise? I realised that my sound was completely off. Like, I didn't have any sound on at all. My mic wasn't even on. I was see me talking up an absolute storm, but just complete silence. Do not at all be apologise. I'd rather someone say something than me go entire like 2 hours and people like watching the back, they're like, what the hell is this? This chick can't even get his sound mixing right. A, I do not hate you, I'm very, very thankful. B, I couldn't date a guy like you because I'm already have a boyfriend. I do apologise, and I don't want to be like, oh my god, I have a boyfriend, but I like actually do, and I just, yeah, I don't want to. and I don't, and oh my god, now saying that sounds so like, oh, that sounds so douchey. I do apologise, but yeah. I'm just glad, all I'm glad is, honestly, is that someone tells me that my volume is either up or down or all around, because, oh my god, the amount of times I've uploaded, like, you know, done the stream, I'm like, huh, that was a great, like, 3 hours, like, oh, no one said anything, I wonder if anyone's watching us. I've seen some people watch here and there, and then I'm like, and then I go and watch the, you know, just, as I'm uploading the thing, be like, oh my god, my sound is off the entire time, or like, oh my god, you can't even hear me, or the game's so quiet that I even wonder if I've got on mute. So I would like rather someone said so it doesn't get to that bit. But yeah. I mean, I hope maybe possibly somewhere in the future I might maybe be able to get a setup that lets me like, I don't know, hear something. Actually no, that's what I should actually be doing. I should actually be doing a little bit of like a test before I stream one day. On TV shows they do like this. Yes, because on TV shows and stuff they do their sound testing and everything, don't they? They do their sound test to see if it actually sounds right. So I should probably be doing that, treating it like a TV production. And then I'll be able to update the list after this, because after this fight we're at 8,644. TV shows actually, I do have something. Oh, no, it's not actually that interesting. We started watching. We started watching Andor on Disney Plus, or rather the Disney Plus that we steal from the siblings. But it's really. It's interesting because like my dad and my brother were saying that it was really good. So I'm like, okay, well, we'll give it a go. Because I think Cassian Andor was like one of the few characters of Rogue One that I like. I'm like, okay, this guy's actually, they've tried to make this guy a character. That's good. You know, it's at least one of the few interesting ones. The film was actually amazing. I do love Rogue One. I do think it's a good film, but it's no masterpiece. But for what it was trying to do, I think it did well. Anyway. Completely gone on a tangent again, like I seem to always do. Lovely. But so yes, we started watching Andor, and it's so interesting because it's so slow burn that it's almost like you wonder, have they only got like an hour's worth of story and they're really trying to like they're padding it out to like a 6-10 episode season, because it almost feels like it's going so slow. And so like really all that's happened is right in episode 1 he kills someone and he's not really on the run. Episode 1 he kills someone and goes back to some planet where he's on. Episode 2 the cops go after him. Episode 3 escapes from the cops. Like it's like in any other TV series, it would have been, that would have all been done in episode 1. Like it would have all been one episode, and probably done poorly as well, because like so you're like, you go through these weird stages when you're watching. You're like, okay, this is interesting. And you go, oh, that ended like, the episodes seem to end just sort of just like they don't lead up to something and then end, although the third one kind of does. And then you think, this is like really slow burn, like really slow burn. And then you think, is it like, what do you think? Yeah, it's a really slow burn. And then you're almost thinking, hang on a second, this is too slow burn. And then you think, okay, well there's obviously, they wouldn't be so, they're obviously doing this, you get the feeling that they're doing this on purpose, that they're going slow burn on purpose. And then you think, okay, well actually, when you think about it, all these characters are actually pretty interesting. Like the main cop dude, I couldn't even tell you his name. Does he even have a name? Does he have a name? I'm sure he's got a name. He's got a name, I can't think of what it is. But the main cop dude, you know, you can definitely see he's like the super serious, like really wants to impress kind of guy who's just, you know, trying to do his job to the best of his ability and takes things like, you know, takes his job super seriously and loves it. But yeah, so and then you think, you know, maybe I don't not like the slow burn. Maybe what I'm feeling is relief that finally for once a TV show is not going at 100 miles an hour trying to do 100 different things in 10 minutes. And then you're like, this show is so quaint. It's like, it's not wholesome's the wrong word, but like you feel like these guys aren't afraid to take their time, I think. And then by the end of after a while, you're just like, I'm really enjoying this. Like, I'm actually like, this is actually good. This is almost like a breath of fresh air almost. And then you're thinking like, this doesn't even have to be Star Wars. Like, this could be anything. It could be its own property. you know, the only things that have really tied up to Star Wars is just mentions of. I mean, what has tied up to Star Wars? Credits, droids, the Empire. Like, that's it. That's it, really. Other than that, it could be anything. It could be a bloody episode of Star Trek. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be an episode of Star Trek. But you know, it's like, and I know my dad likes it when Star Wars stuff doesn't always have to always be about Jedi all the time. He likes it because really, the world of Star Wars is, I mean, you can do anything. Like, honestly, if you were a writer and you were given, like, you have to come up with a TV series that's set in Star Wars universe, the possibilities are endless. Like, absolutely endless. There are obviously rules you would need to, you know, constraints you would need to fall in. Like, you know, you can't just, you know, the outer rim or mid rim doesn't exist, or, you know, suddenly, I don't know, Coruscant isn't the capital of the galaxy unless you're doing like a bajillion miles years before the Republic got set up. But like, it's like, you would just relish as a writer the opportunity to do it, because, and the writers who keep falling back on what we know about Star Wars, so they always have to have, we have to have mention of the Jedi here, and we have to have this, and we have to, you know, you can't have Star Wars without R2-D2, you know. Those writers, I'm just like, you missed the brief, guys. I'm sorry, you missed the mark on this one. You've been given, you know, the chance to create a fully unique story in a completely rich and creative and amazingly diverse universe, and the best you can do is just have to add what we already know. No. So that's why I think shows like The Mandalorian, or season 1 of The Mandalorian, and Andor are being so well received, is because everyone's just like, like, a world we know, there's bits that we recognise, but it doesn't, I suppose in a way it's like it doesn't carry, for a lot of people, the taint that the sequel series and the prequel series had, you know, has. I will reserve my job. I will refrain from saying my opinion of those, because it's contrary to what a lot of people say, but, and I'm not saying I love the sequel series, the sequel trilogy either, I'm not saying that, but anyway, I digress. So I think that's what people were really like never knowing that they needed was, they didn't realise that they needed Star Wars without Jedi, and Star Wars without this and this and this. They just want something set in the Star Wars universe, so there's little things that we recognise, and yeah, like that's it. And like the, you know, the because of Star Wars' genre, which a lot of people say is less sci-fi and more fantasy. The amount of, this is, I'm going again on another tangent, I'm so sorry. The amount of times that people would agree that Star Wars belongs in the fantasy category before it belongs in the sci-fi. Anyway, nothing for that. But let's just take those genres anyway. There's certain things that you know, or even just Star Wars, there you can expect there'll be fights, whether that's blaster showdowns or whatever, lightsaber fights, droid on droid, hand-to-hand combat, whatever. Some person with the cool stuff twirling around doing cool martial arts stuff. So you can expect that from Star Wars. You know, you can expect the things like the droids, the weird-looking aliens, aliens seeming to talk in their own language, but then everyone around them who speaks English can hear them. can expect there'd be space travel, maybe some space chase sequences. Everything to have, you know, you'll expect your planets that have the really like dirty, run-down, grubby kind of look. The junkyard kind of looked to them. Feels lived in, I guess. Doesn't feel like every. That was if you ever watch the Plinker reviews of the prequel trilogies, it's like one of the things that they say is like the problem with the prequel trilogies is that everything just looks so untouched. Everything looks so shiny, and like even though it's, you know, it's supposed to be way before the original trilogy, but it's just like everything. Why was everything so shiny? And like it's almost like everyone's just kind of rocked up one day and hasn't actually lived anywhere. Like houses felt unlived in. Anyway, oh my goodness. Yeah, it's all a very long way of saying that we're enjoying Angel so far. Oh, come on. Oh, goodness. Chuck Toby down to a box. That was stupid, but it's Toby and I don't care. I hate playing as Toby anyway. Oh, okay. Mark that one down as a loss. I don't want to rematch it. I'm not going to rematch it. I'm not going to rematch it. Bye. Okay, what do we got? We've got Mei and Third Raikage. What else am I watching? Am I watching anything else on TV? No, I don't actually know, because we don't actually watch anything on TV. Well, at least I don't actually watch TV at all. Can't remember, but like I'll watch the odd thing. Like once every 6 months I'll probably watch something, and even then my criteria for being interested in something, I don't even know what that is. Like, what was the last? Okay, if I had to name the last 10 TV shows I watched. Also, I watched RuPaul's Drag Race. That's probably my only constant. I'll watch RuPaul's Drag Race. Specifically the US and the UK versions, don't particularly like the others. Yeah, no real reasons. Anyway. I watched Andor. I watched WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, the abomination that was, travesty of justice that was. Oh my goodness. Oh, Mandalorian, obviously. What else have I watched? I can't remember. That's how little I watch TV, and they all seem to be like properties, don't they? Can't remember the non-like franchise show I watched. Nope, can't remember it. Might have been an anime even, if it was. Yeah, no, it's weird, like TV series don't really, like it's, and I suppose movies to a far extent as well. Probably, you know, I can count on one hand the number of films I've watched in the last 3 years. Like easily. What were the last 5 films I watched? Top Gun. No Time to Die. Because we have to, it's a family pilgrimage to see the latest James Bond film. Oh goodness. Predator? That was with the boy. Watched The Nun with the boy as well. Those are his films. Well, at least those are at the cinemas. What was the last film I watched? I can't remember, couldn't even tell you. That's how little I watch them. But YouTube videos and video games, now that's another thing. I play video games religiously, and YouTube is my go-to watching thing, which generally is just it's on in the background as I'm doing other things. And I don't know if anyone else has this as well. And I don't I would love to believe that it was a special kind of memory that I've got. Like I'm like, oh, have I got a super cool special kind of memory or something? Anyway, so at uni, my evening activity would be playing Minecraft on my 360, building my basically I just built these super flat world and just tried to build a giant town. I never really got anywhere with these, but I tried to anyway. And so I'd be playing Minecraft, and then I'd have my laptop on the side, and I would just have YouTube videos. I would have YouTube videos just playing of all different kinds of things. And now, I think because I was doing both at the same time, when I think about, when I think back to, the buildings, if I had to take you around, if I had to, take you on a tour around the entrance gate and the couple of buildings, the town hall that I'd made in my building, I could tell you exactly what YouTube video I was watching it as I was making it, exactly. Even what part of the building I was doing, and it's weird. And I probably couldn't do it for every single bit, but I would say a good 90% of it, I could tell you what YouTube video I was watching. And it's like I say, I'd love to think that it's a special kind of memory I've got. That's super rare and it's super cool, but it's just, I'm pretty sure it's just normal. But I just know that, if I take you to the roof of the town hall that I built, I could tell you that I was watching a Summer Games Done Quick, or one of the games done quick marathons. I was watching the TASBot run of the brain training game on DS. I was watching that. If I took you to my lovely moat that I was building, or I had my big entrance gate, and then there was some lovely bridges with cascading water in front of it. I can tell you then, I was watching, oh no, and now as I bring it up I can't even tell you. I was watching someone doing a film. I think it was in been a good bad or bad? Was it a red letter media? It was gone, I can't remember. I've already disproven my theory. Already disproven my theory. Yeah. Yep, I've already disproven my theory. There you go, never mind. I know about the town hall and that's about it. No, because I know that when I was building the Central Plaza, and when I was building the front gate, I was watching movie reviews, but I couldn't tell you which channel I was watching. I just know that it was movie reviews. Or was it Game Lore? One of the two. One of the two. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong. Maybe if I think of other Minecraft things I was building. So I built it's always been just a constant. It's always just been a constant routine. build a super flat world, I start building my giant city, and I get about don't even get halfway. I had this grand vision for it, and then it's always into tears. And then so I'm like, okay, maybe super flat world's not the one for me, so then I build one, you know, just start a normal map. And then I'm like, oh, I can't find any good places for towns. But then I start building them, I'm like, that falls apart. And then I'm like, no, it is super flat world that I want. So I go to super flat world, I'm like, but I know it's take ages to get the diversity of like height and everything. So I'm like, maybe it is the other way. And it's just flip-flop back and forth between that. But I built a multitude of things. Some things I'm very proud of, actually. I built some lovely castles. Very square, but still lovely, I think. Like, I remember I built one castle. I'm very proud of it. I haven't been able to replicate anything of the complexity since. I built a giant castle. From the outside, this looks like a giant block. Giant white cube. Then as you walk in, you're in an entrance hall, and you walk through, and then big long wall, low ceiling, and there's windows along it, and so you look through the windows, and there's a windows there, and you can see into the giant throne room of it. Very proud of the throne room. Looked lovely. It had lots of columns and it had water on either side. It was quite beautiful. And then so like, well, how do I get in? Because then there's doors on either side. So there's doors on either side, and they take you into a side passage. Again, more windows. So now you're walking alongside the throne room through the windows. You can't actually get in. And then the stairs lead further up, and then you get to this lovely upstairs little bit, lots of flowers. And you go through a door, and then you're now technically above the throne room, but there's like solid floor, and it's just like this nice little like almost like contemplation prayer area. So you're like, how the hell do I get to the throne room? There's absolutely no things to get to the throne room. Well, if you went back to the first entrance hall with the first windows, you'll see that there's like there's a bit in the centre where 4 of the blocks are different, or one of the blocks is a different, like, I think it's a quartz one, but it's got like the weird like creamy looking symbol. If you knock that, there's a lever, and you pull the lever, and then the 4 2x2 on either side go and then like push back into the walls, and there's your entrance into the throne room. Oh, it looks fabulous. And as you walk in, it's beautiful, majestic. It's amazing. Never been able to replicate anything. It sounds super basic as hell, but I just remember it and I love it. And then I also had this other great idea, and I was never able to fully bring it to realization. But I but I had a giant black cube that you walk into. And what I wanted to do, my idea was, and it would be amazing, absolutely amazing. I might even like, because I've got my graph on my screen, so I might even like do it in there and see what it was going to be. You walk in, and you walk through, and then there's a tripwire that you cross over. And what the tripwire does is it goes along, and basically all the way down this hallway, all these like torches like light up, and torches light up, and then basically right on the far wall, because it's all obsidian as well that I'm building this on, so like it's just pitch black inside, all these things on. And then what's going to happen is right on the far wall, right at the top, is all this hidden lava, and then suddenly the redstone activates a trapdoor that now opens, and all the lava comes tumbling down. And as the lava goes down, the wall has actually got all these indents in them. And so the lava trickles down, and it makes this cool like design on the far wall. It's like a cool like pattern of something. It's cool like pattern of something. And so it goes all down and it fills it up, and then when it reaches the point, this big like firelight burst where you can see the throne and stuff, and everything's all lit, and then all along the sides of the sides of the building, all the way down towards you, like all this lava starts coming down, so it's like lighting the whole place up, and then these lava like fills all these channels underneath you. So basically the whole place is like lit up with like torches and lava because you walked through a tripwire. Isn't that fantastic? But then, as I'm saying that even now, execution, fabulous, fantastic. But anyone who knows anything about the properties of lava in Minecraft knows that once that's done, and unless I'm being dumb, and there actually is a way, once you've done that, how are you meant to like get rid of the lava to have the same effect? The next time you walk in, it's kind of like once you've done it, that's it. So then, as I'm saying even now, I'm thinking, do I, because everything I build in my lovely worlds needs to have a story behind it. What's the story behind this one? The story is that you have uncovered an ancient ruin, an ancient temple to some demon god. Some ancient ruin, and this is the shrine, and you've activated the shrine, and when the shrine gets activated, and then it can like come this whole big portal to the nether or something, but it can only be activated once because for some reason it was only ever meant to be activated once, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe it's like a temple that's waiting for the chosen one or something, and you are the chosen one, therefore, even though it's activated by a tripwire, I pretend that the tripwire's not there and it just activated from your magicalness. That'd be pretty cool. Come on. Bruh. This guy is just going hundy, isn't he? There we go, lovely. Yeah, so now that I'm saying all this now, I want to actually properly recreate it now. Oh, but so my other idea was in my giant city that I'd eventually build would be, so there'd be all these basically the idea is that the royal guards will control the royal guards and the royal family, basically some hidden secret society. There'd be nether portals secretly in these underground places that you can get to from the guard tower or some other places, and basically because the nether because I worked out that the nether is like a smaller condensed version map wise than that, so you can travel shorter, between two portals in the nether is greater distance than the other map. So I'm like, oh my god, my thing is I've got all these nether portals all around the city, and it's like a way for the secret family to secretly to quickly get from different parts of the city. They can get from one side of the city to the other faster than they could if they had just walked the city on normal. So that was my big grandmaster plan. Again, never came to fruition. But now that I'm saying all this now, I'm like, god damn, I want to do this. I want to do this so bad. But of course it takes time, as all good things do. And I'm very slow when it comes to Minecraft. But anyway, I think I will call it a day there. So we've managed to do 70 fights, which was great, down to 8,630. So Sunday I'll be able to bring it down to 8,500 and something. Fabulous. So, as I said, I'll leave it here. And tomorrow night, I say normal time, 7 or 7:30, we'll start on East 9, trying to get the last trophies to get the platinum. And I love that game, and so for the people who haven't played that game, I'm just going to be gushing about it as I play it. And it's got great music as well. It's fabulous music. But anyway, thank you all very, very, very much for joining me. I hope you've had a fabulous time, and I hope you have a fabulous morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are, because it's night time now, where we is. But yeah, so as I said, have a fabulous day, and night and morning. And I will catch you tomorrow, or I'll catch you on the next time. Have a great one, and peace.